Hello, my beautiful people from Untouchable Mama. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe and press the notification button. Thank you. One love. Bye bye.
Good evening to you all. I trust your day was splendid. It's very pertinent I educate some of these celebrities who are actually participating in this forthcoming elections campaign. Firstly, I want to make them to understand that their speaks in this very election, their participation is very, very irrelevant. So irrelevant. It's also good I make them understand that I know they went through hard times to build themselves and their talent to get to the stardom. So I'm not going to tell them what to do with the stardom. It's important to also let them know that there is no way they will be who they think they are with other people. For as much you are a public figure, there are certain things you cannot just wake up and do. You must put the public, the entire public, into consideration. You are not supposed to begin to have yourself go towards a direction because few numbers of the people in the society who have the money, because they have money to buy your stardom, then you begin to do whatever they ask you to do for them without considering the vulnerables, without considering the poor. Because for you to get to the level of stardom, you must need the support of the poor and the rich. So when you get there, you must be able to put this thing at a state of equilibrium to make sure that you are not for one and against the other. I'm not going to dwell much on celebrities' issue towards this campaign because their space and participation, like I said before, is so irrelevant. The only thing I want them to know is history is going to have what is going on in Edo State today. And the names of the participants are not going to be exonerated. People who are fighting against the continuity of a good administration, they are the enemies of Edo State. They are not fighting for the interests of the common man in the streets. If it is for the interest of the common man, there's no way they'll be fighting with so much strength like this or taking the fight too very far. They're fighting with their money because they believe in their financial might. They actually have this kind of money they are throwing around today. They actually have the amount of money they are throwing around today, but they cannot use it to fix the state and do much better. These people wanted to use the influence of they be elders in the state. They wanted to use the influence of their popularity in the state to penetrate through an administration that's actually come to develop the entire people. If you look at the way and manner this conflict is going, you will know that these people have been waiting all along for a time like this. They, as individuals, have been to God, at least so many videos have shown, in so many cases they have elaborated to us how close they've been to His Excellency Godnoras Obaseki, to show that there is no man in the state he has isolated because of power. He accommodated all of them. Then they were selling their own selfish interests to a true leader who has actually come to show the people the way. He refused them. They did not fight him all this while, but they'll be waiting for a time like this. But it is too late for them because this administration has done marvelously well. Marvelously well. People like me, I've never thought of coming into politics. I've never thought of coming into to talk about these things. But looking at the kind of injustice and disenfranchisement that is about to take place in Edo State, I have to rise up to begin to speak for what is right. Because if we have what is called retrogression in Edo State today, we all are going to suffer it, including I talking. So that's why I have to take it upon myself to make sure I do my part. This administration has never have a kind of option of selling what they've achieved so far. They just believe once you come into the state, it will be very easy for you to see what they've done. But these people are making us to begin to showcase what this great administration has done. Why is someone like me out here to talk? Because the things are there. I'm going to challenge all the celebrities. If they feel they actually care for the poor masses in the streets, part of the money they've given to them, they should use it and they should come back to Edo State. They should come back to Edo State. Once they get to Edo State, they should stop any cap. Unlike those days in Edo State, cap, people who do wrong cap, they use vehicles that are like traps for caps. But today, if you come to Edo State, see young guys, people who are into this cap business, they are running their car business with exotic cars because the roads are very good now. We don't campaign with roads. For as much as this administration is concerned, we don't campaign with roads because looking at the capacity of this administration, you will know that road is not something we should be singing with. But if you come to Edo State today, you will be able to tell for your own self that this administration has done very well. The things I'm going to talk about is the job they promised to give to us. This very present administration, the Godwin Obaseki-led administration, promised over 200,000 jobs. Now I'm going to break it down for us this very time, how many they've created and how many they are yet to create. That is why we do not need retrogression right now. The momentum of development in Edo State does not need any locomotive approach anymore. If you look at Edo Job is an agency that was created by this present administration, the Godwin Obaseki-led administration, in order to meet up to that 200,000 jobs they promised. Over 52,000 jobs have been created through bureaucracy alone. 52,000 jobs have been created. Then if you look at Edo Innovative has created over 28,000 jobs. 52 plus 28, if you're a good mathematician or statistician. Then agriculture, over 50,000 jobs. Now, if you go to Sapele Road and check the production hub that is at Sapele Road, you will know the kind of capacity of employment such production center is going to provide. Now, as we speak, this administration is waiting for the engineers to energize same production hub, the one you can see at Sapele Road. They are waiting for the engineers to energize 3 senatorial districts. That same hub is going to be scattered around 3 senatorial districts, which is targeted at creating over 100,000 jobs. So why will someone with the right senses get to evaluate the improvement and the development of an administration like this and will want to fight it, if not for selfish interests? That you are an elder in a state does not mean that a governor will have to dance to your selfish tunes. It's not possible. I am going to be calling locations. I'm going to be calling locations for these celebrities, because this video I'm doing right now is to sensitize celebrities outside Edo State. Those celebrities who their conscience are very clear, who have that human sympathy, who are out there to uphold the good work for the humans to enjoy. They are in this same state. They've refused so many offers. So you that are outside are those they are using. And they are not using you against for people like me or for us who are living in Edo states. They are using you guys for those in diaspora. And so unfortunate for you guys, those in diaspora, so many of them, they visited home before the coronavirus. They saw the momentum from the inception of this administration for the development of the development. So many of them have loved ones, friends, brothers and sisters who have taken time to go to some of these places we have all these achievements and showcased it to them. So that's why you see a lot of them right on social media. They are fighting hard to make sure that this administration continues. These people are fighting with irrelevant tools because they know they are failures. Well, let me tell us a little experience during my university days. I have a song for this administration. I took my time, took me a whole day and my own resources to go to the studio to do a wonderful song for this administration. I'll be playing the song in just about 4 minutes. And after that, I'm going to be calling locations. If any celebrity out there, outside Edo State, you are out there, you're listening to me, just take a pen and paper close to yourself. I'm going to be calling locations. Once you get to Edo State, take a cab. Let them take you to the locations I'm going to call. You will see the marvelous things this administration has done. Then after looking into all those things, you'll be able to judge yourself whether you are a persecutor or you are a traitor. I know in every election, there must be contention. But the type of administration we have right now in Edo State does not really need any contest if we want to be sincere to ourselves. This is a kind of administration that everyone needs to come together and say, brother, you are doing well. Let's move it up. Let's move it forward. Let's move it forward. That is what we ought to be doing right now. So those who are out there using their financial might to begin to fight this administration, they are doing so for their own selfish interests. But they are going to fail because God is on our side. I'm going to be calling locations. Have your pen and paper close to you. I'll be calling locations. Go to these locations. You will see what this administration has done. You people, participation, like I said, is so irrelevant. Look at me. I take my time to make sure that I do what is needful for this administration. And I have my PVC right here. I'm going to vote. I'm not just only going to talk on social media and on that day, my vote will not count. You people don't live in Edo State. People are not from Edo State. Though I'm not trying to segregate us. For as small Nigeria is concerned, we are one. Even though you people must participate, you have to participate in a more positive way. Go and check the other celebrities that have been to Edo State from the session of this campaign. Have you been seeing them? No. They themselves have seen their foolishness. Permit me to use the word. The participation was never self-driven. They were hired and they were paid. When they saw the reaction of the people, they all fled. Where are they today? Where are they? I know thousands of people who have been calling me, fighting hard to see how they can change my mind. You can't, because my support is self-driven. I have put a lot of things into consideration. I have the heart for the poor. I have the heart to help the society. I don't have it, and I see another person who has it. What am I supposed to do if I truly want the good of the people? I will support the person to go ahead and do what I know I can't do. I don't have the capacity to do right now. Having pity for the poor is not enough, but you have to be involved in any project to alleviate them. You know, this administration does not need excogitation at all. It's not something that you need careful thinking before you give your support. If you come to Edo State, even as I speak right now, I have talked about the job creation. Go there. They are all there. The offices are there. They are not on the ground. The human beings working there, they are not ghosts. They are humans like you and I with flesh and blood. I'll be calling locations so that you will be convinced. They work so hard to succeed. The celebrities in Edo State, they failed. Because the celebrity in Edo State, so many of them have conscience. They have human sympathy. They don't want to participate in anything that has to do with humanitarian destruction. So I'm going to play this very song I did for this wonderful administration. And after then, I'll be calling locations for some of these celebrities who really want to know what they ought to know. The reason why we are supporting Godwin Noyerase Obaseki and his deputy, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu. You people are doing wonderfully well. When you see me dance, let you people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see me dance, let you people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see we dance, let your people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see we dance, let your people dance, because we get a good governor. God be no Legacy Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu. They are the men of the people. God be no Legacy Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu. They are the leaders of the people. Make me give them the chance, oh. They don't make it do good, oh. Make me give them the support, oh. They don't make it do better. Make me give them the chance, oh. They don't make it do good, oh. Make me give them the support, oh. They don't make it do better. What you want is continuity. When you see we dance, I do people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see we dance, I do people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see we dance, I do people dance, because we get a good governor. When you see we dance, I do people dance, because we get a good governor. We know that I say Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu. They are the men of the people. God, we know that I say Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu. They are the leaders of the people. Make me give them the chance, oh. They don't make it do good, oh. Make me give them the support, oh. They don't make it do better. Make me give them the chance, oh. They don't make it do good, oh. Make me give them the support, oh. They don't make it do better. PDP, 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 PDP. You know Legacy Obaseki and his deputy Philip Shaibu. Yeah. When you go to our refinery, everything done the work. If you take a everything he don't settle. Whatever gele support in those states, everything he know they want to. Talk about road, talk about schools, talk about village, talk opportunity, every environment, good water to drink. Cephaz Norhonba, represent your local government, but over that's zero. Let's go back on the building. Okuta 1, Honorable Dr. Dikinuma Obiagwe. Kudos to Sir Osamede Ozabo, Osage Amure. I cite you, my leader. 4 plus 4 equals to 8. Towagba. Thank you, all my people. I had to do this for this administration because this administration is making us proud and we want the administration to continue. I want to use this very special time now to begin to thank the 18 local governments in Edo State and 192 wards for your great support for the continuity of this godly administration. Now, for those who truly want to know about the locations where this great achievement we'll be talking about, like the refinery, the seaport, and all that, I trust you have your pen and paper with you right there. First, I will start. You go to Sobeb. When you get to Edo State, tell any cab to take you to Sobeb. You will see what this administration has done. Go to Akinegbere. You will see what this administration has done. Go to Ologbo. You will see with your 2 eyes. Go to Gelegele. You will see with your 2 eyes. Then if you go to Esan, Southeast, you will see what this great administration has done. Most of this social media projection is not for those living in those states. No one projected these things before me. I'm right in the states, and I know these things are out there. So why would I support a leader that actually mean well for the people of the states? A leader that want to transform the entire state. These people are frightened because Godwin Obaseki administration is an eye-opener to a lot of us. So they don't want it so. We've been blaming the past leaders. They know that after this administration achievement, we are going to blame them the more. They had the same opportunity. They had the same enabling environment to turn our state around, but they were busy using it for their own selfish interests. Now they've done their bit. Nobody is fighting them. Nobody is against them. You can see them work freely. And in the states, nobody is against them. Out of the love we have, we just have to, okay, then why can't they give us rest to enjoy the continuity of this great administration? Now, I will tell us about my experience in the university days. I was supposed to tell us before the song. You know, from the inception of every semester, I and some of my groups, we do take our time to read at night. We will leave our comfort zone, our beds. We'll go to classes. We'll go for night classes just to concentrate to read. Then when examination is very close, we begin to intensify on how to make sure we conclude what we have been doing from the beginning of the semester. We begin to glance through. In that same situation that we are fighting hard to burn night candles, you will see a lot of classmates of yours going for nightclubs. They'll be going for nightclubs, doing all manner of things that has nothing to do with the success of their education. On the day of the exam, you will be very surprised that before you even come to the examination hall, they're already seated. To do what? To write the same exam you have been preparing for. They are not prepared, but they want to write the same exam with you. They will write, expecting to see themselves pass. Like, Some of these people who are gallivanting, making noise. Their noise is no longer a distraction. It was from the beginning we feel like, oh, this is a great distraction. Why are these people doing this? But now it's no longer a distraction. They've concluded that this is what they're going to do to discomfort a man that refused to dance to their selfish interests or tunes. A man who refused to adhere to their advice that has to do with selfish interests. These same students will write the exam. Once the results are published, you will go there, you see your own. The first word you hear, this lecturer an idiot, and give me F. The person was actually waiting to see A or AB, even without working hard, even without reading, even without any studies, even without any seriousness. The person will be expecting to see A or AB there. So these same people, they are just only waiting. They've made up their mind. They know it is so obvious to us that it is out of hatred and anger that they are fighting this administration. And it's good I also let them know through this medium that they are not fighting His Excellency Godwin Noyegase Obaseki, a man that is doing well for the people. They are fighting us. So we know very well. That is why we have to stand up to support this administration. I will be a fool to wait for anyone to come in from government house or for the government itself to come in to say, well done. No. I will have to cuddle myself for the good work I'm doing for this administration. Oramanedu or mame. Oramanimaya or mame. That is my stand. You all saw it. So many hypocrites who came out at the beginning, they started projecting His Excellency Godwin Obaseki. All of a sudden, their interests were bought over and they began to project the opponents. You saw it. Why? Because they were waiting for cause. They were waiting for deal. We are not waiting for deal. All we are waiting for is the continuity of the development. That's all. That's all. That is all. I am not fighting right here that after this whole thing, when Godwin Obaseki now wins, my life will transform. The state should continue to get the transformation. It is what I want. So don't be surprised tomorrow. After this election and Godwin Obaseki will finish even his 8 years, you see me on my jalopy. Just know that I believe in the things I have been doing for myself. I am not doing this to impress him, to take state money and give to me. My fight here, my support here is a selfless one. My vote is also going to count for him. My vote is going to count for him. I'm not just really out here to talk about the administration. I will also go to the field, I will vote, and I will make sure my vote counts. I must make sure my vote counts. So I want to say a very huge thanks to every one of us out there for your great support. Thank you all. God continue to bless you all. Edo State, like I've always been saying, is in safe hands. We have no reason to panic. We have no reason to fear. They cannot do anything. They themselves have seen that every of their methodologies they do employ for their political malpractice, they've all been dealt with. They've all been dealt with, so they don't have any other way forward rather than to continue to make noise and discomfort this very administration. You can see how they are fighting the governor directly because they also want him to use the power against them so that people now begin to say, oh, you see this man is misusing his power. But thank God for the kind of man God has given to Edo State. As we speak, he's pondering on how he's going to complete the vision. The vision for 8 years, they've already been written down. So it will run to anyone who reads it. The man is busy pondering on how he's going to fulfill these promises. So it's not after this distraction. So we saw it on time. So we have to come to begin to respond to these distractions while he concentrates. Because 4 plus 4 is equals to 8. Towagba. So thank you all my people for your support. Continue to support His Excellency Godwin Obaseki and his deputy, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu. To all my leaders from Upatu Ward, I want to say big thanks to you all. Honorable Dr. Tikinyuma Ugyagbe, thank you. You are really representing us very well. We are very happy. We are going to get to the top together. This victory will be celebrated together by the special grace of God. Our strength is not in chariots. It's not in war. This is our strength. This is our strength. This is our strength. No other thing. This is our strength. This is our confidence. This is our art of bravery. If you want to know, this is what we depend on to get this administration to complete the 8 years. Thank you so much. Remain blessed.